Okay, I think we're all here. So let's start with today's webinar. My name is Sofia Isa. I am the Sales and Partnership Director at Enterpryze, and today I will be showing you Enterpryze for SAP Business One, meaning that all the companies using SAP Business One can benefit from Enterpryze, and I will give you some information and good ideas on how Enterpryze can help your operation if you are running SAP Business One. Okay, so let's start with today's agenda. I will talk about Enterpryze and SAP Business One and the journey we have had so far. So I will give you a little bit of context of our relationship and what has happened over the years with the company. Then I will give you more details about the modules that we have, the modules that are connected with SAP Business One, and how you can use them in Enterprise and in the different parts of your operation. I also will talk about this extra mile that we do in Enterprise with more integrations, with more functionality that we add to SAP Business One to make it even a better solution to run your business. Then I will give you a quick view of Enterprise, so the web and mobile applications, and we will see this wow effect that the platform generates when you first see it. And at the end, we will have a bit of, some minutes to answer any questions that you might have. So please, if you have any questions, write them in the Q&A section. I will be answering them at the end of the session. Okay, so let's start, and let me just. Okay, so let's start with the first part, which is Enterprise and SAP Business One and the journey that we have so far with them. Okay, so everything started in 2003. This is just to give you a bit of context. I will be very fast in this first part because I think that all of you want to know more about how Enterprise can help and can add more functionality to SAP Business One. But this is just to give you a little bit of context. So we started the company in 2003, and we became the biggest SAP Business One partner in the UK and Ireland. And in 2016, we developed Enterprise for several reasons. So first of all, the idea was to give more employees access to SAP Business One through a friendly platform, 100% cloud, that allows them to interact with the information in real time. Also to give mobility to the information, so you can access and interact with the information in SAP Business One from your mobile or a browser. In 2018, we were recognized with the SAP Pinnacle Award, and we've been recognized with several awards during these past years, like the Deloitte National Business Award in Malaysia and others that I would give you more information moving forward. And now we have thousands of companies using Enterprise and SAP Business One to run their business. But what exactly is Enterprise? And we say that we are synchronized with SAP Business One, that we have more people and more employees accessing the information in SAP, but how exactly and what are the modules that we have synchronized between the two platforms? Let me just give you more information around that. So we are a business management platform, meaning that we are integrated with SAP Business One to enhance and add functionality in several operations and parts of your business. If we talk, for example, about the customer relationship management, so we have the CRM, and we have a web access and a mobile application that allows your sales rep to record opportunities, to move those opportunities through the different stages that you have defined in SAP Business One, to create quotes, to have all the information around the business partners so they have all the information in one place, and be sure that all the information they are consuming and they are creating is synchronized with the back office. So if someone has an SAP license, they can see everything that's happening with the users in Enterprise. Okay, so that's first. Then we also have the customer service management, and this relates to the service module in SAP. So we have the service calls, we have a mobile application for the technicians where they can see what's been assigned for them every day, and they can go do the service, capture pictures, signatures as proof of service, and interact with different fields in the service call so they can capture the information that is relevant to the service. Okay, so that's for the customer service. Then we also have an omni-channel process that integrates your different sales channels to SAP Business One, and I will be talking about this a little bit more in detail in a few minutes. We also have the centralized inventory, and this is key because we need our staff and the people interacting with customers and the people in purchasing and the people in inventory to have access to the inventory levels and the different stages of this inventory. So if I am selling and if I am quoting to a customer, I need to know if the product I'm quoting is available, or if it's committed, or if it's coming in a purchase order that I have already placed. So the centralized inventory gives me a full visibility of my stock and how I can interact with it. We also have the business spend management, and this is all related to what your company is paying, either in purchases or in expenses. And in purchases, we have this full process where you can, or your staff can create quotes, requests, purchase orders, purchase deliveries, and everything is streamlined in SAP Business One at the same time. And it's not just that, we also have added some extra functionality that, again, I will be talking about that in more detail later, but like the OCR scanning to scan your vendors' invoices and create them automatically in the system. And it's not just purchasing, it's also expenses. So as you know, SAP by default, they don't have an expenses solution. But in Enterprise, we have built this nice mobile application and web application to allow your staff and your employees to report expenses when they are in the field, to pass through an approval process. And once the expense is approved by their manager, it goes to SAP Business One as a service purchase invoice to be either reconciled against the company's credit card or to be reimbursed to the employee. Okay. We also have financial and banking. This gives us visibility on the different reports and the different financial information that is key to make any decision and to know how the business is performing. It's not just that, it's also all this banking functionality. So we can integrate with your bank. So your bank feed is automatically imported in real time to Enterprise. So all the transactions can be reconciled. There's automation there. So it saves you a lot of time in the bank reconciliation. And then we also have production materials with all the bill of materials and the information around production and manufacturing. Okay, so the idea with Enterprise is to work smart and faster, being connected with SAP Business One and consolidating all the information, not just what's happening in the back office, but also what's happening in the field, thanks to the browser and the mobile applications that we have. Okay, so let's move on and let me give you a little bit more information about this extra mile that we go in Enterprise. So in Enterprise, it's not just connecting to the standard Business One modules. We also add functionality to these modules. So let me talk about how we do it for purchasing. And I was talking to you before about the OCR scanning. And this is huge because the idea here is that I can import, like my vendors can send the purchase invoices to an inbox. Enterprise will scan the PDF and will fill and populate the lines to create the resulting purchase invoice in the system and synchronize it with SAP Business One. And it's not just that, it's also the machine learning behind it. So the more I use the OCR scanning, the more information is gathered in the backend and Enterprise learns what to do next. For example, if my vendor has a code for an item that is different than the code I have for the item in SAP Business One, when I match them the first time, for the next invoices, Enterprise will remember, so it will match the two items together automatically. Okay, so that's what we can do in the purchase automation. We also go the extra mile with the sales channel. So to give you a real omni-channel experience, we are connected with Shopify, with Square, and with Stripe. And it's not just to take payments, it's to synchronize your inventory levels, it's to synchronize your different transactions between your e-commerce or your point of sale to SAP Business One. So if I have my e-commerce with Shopify and I need to import all the transactions and the sales I'm doing in Shopify and have control on the inventory, our integration allows you to do that and automatically will reconcile and import the different transactions, update the inventory levels, and give you a full visibility in real time of your online performance. And the same with Square and with Stripe. The idea is to allow different payment channels to capture payments from your customers. Okay, and another example of this extra mile is the expenses. So as I mentioned before, we have the expenses functionality in Enterprise, which is something that SAP doesn't have by default. But with Enterprise, we made it very easy, friendly, and well, customers using expenses really like the functionality in Enterprise. And the idea here is that me as an employee, if I am visiting customers, if I am out for projects and I have to pay for hotels or meals or whatever expense I'm allowed to report, I can do it with the expense app in Enterprise, capture the details on the expense, and pass through an approval process. So my manager knows what I am reporting, they approve the expense, and everything synchronized back to SAP. So if I have the company's credit card, or if I am paying with my own money and I have to be reimbursed, the Enterprise expenses can manage it. And not just that, we also have the OCR scanning in the expenses. So if you scan the receipt, Enterprise will capture all the information on the receipt and populate the fields to report your expense. Okay, so this is what we can do. We have different customers and we work with different partners around the world, and we've been recognized with different awards. As you can see in the screen, the idea is that, well, you are comfortable that you're working with a company with a good background, with recognition in the market, and that it's a proved platform around the world. Okay, now well, this is just some of the quotes that we have from our customers, happy customers, and happy to recommend us to other companies evaluating Enterprise. Okay, so let me just now move on and show you how Enterprise works. And it's not a demo, it's just to show you the platform, to show you how user-friendly it is, and to show you the mobile application and how they interact with the web. Okay, so let me just put my laptop here and I will go to the browser. Okay, so here I am in the Enterprise platform. Okay, so I will sign in with my user, and as you can see here, I log in to the home screen. In the home screen, I can see the different modules that are available and connected to SAP Business One. I can also see information that I can consume very fast. So this is nice because it gives you a transaction feed of what's been happening in the company lately. Like the last transaction created in this company was this sales order by this user for this customer and this amount. Okay, so I know what's happening every time. I can see my activities. So this is the calendar that I have in Enterprise and SAP Business One, and I can see the activities that have been assigned to me for the day. I can see the notifications. So the notifications are very, very good, because the idea here is that I know what I have to do and what's been happening with my customers, with my transactions, my approvals, what's pending for me to approve or to be approved, and everything is consolidated in the notifications. We have shortcuts to create new documents and favorites like customers, suppliers, and prospects that are favorites. So by clicking here, I will see all the information related, in this case, to this customer. So just by clicking here, I can see that this customer has this account balance, has all these transactions open with me, and I can see some dashboards and information of their addresses, contacts, activities, etc. So it's a 360 view of my customers or vendors or prospects that give me the information I need to start working with them. Okay, so as you can see here, all these items are connected to SAP Business One. We can also see what's available here in sales. So I can create different transactions, quotes, orders, deliveries, invoices, reserve invoices, and have an overview with the dashboards that we enable for you from day one. And something very important is that with Enterprise, you need to spend months connecting the platform to SAP Business One. We already have that figured out. So the connection is already there. We only need to spend probably 20 to 30 minutes to do the connection, import the information, and you're ready to go. So it's very, very fast to start working with Enterprise and enabling more users to access the platform. Okay, so let me just show you here some nice features and functions in Enterprise. For example, in CRM, again, we have some dashboards showing you the performance of your opportunity generation and how they are moving forward in the pipeline. But I can also see the different stages and the different opportunities that I have on each stage. So these are the stages that I have in SAP. In this case, I'm seeing my opportunities, but I can also filter by another person or see all the opportunities in the company. This is permission-based, so I can manage the user permissions to see one or multiple modules and what kind of information and transactions I want them to see, if I want them to see all the customers or only the customers that are assigned to him. So it's important to know that the permissions in Enterprise are based by user, and I can manage them to restrict or allow the access to the information. Okay, here in the purchasing module, we also have some dashboards, and we have the different transactions that can be created. And all these transactions, if you have SAP Business One, you know that these transactions are the same in SAP. So if I create a request, a purchase request, I follow through the approval process. Once the request is approved, it is synchronized back to SAP, and I can see all the information only in one place. Okay, in services, we have the service calls. So all the service calls I have created are here, so I can see all the information in the company. So this is what I've created either from SAP or from Enterprise. Everything is here, okay? And this allows me to also plan the calendars of my technicians. So in this case, I am working with this technician, and all these service calls have to be scheduled. Okay, so I just drag and drop them, and they will block the technician's calendar in that day at that time. And the technician has a mobile application that I will show you in a few minutes to know what they have to do today. Okay. Okay, so let's move on and let me show you the mobile applications. Okay, so all these transactions, we don't have the time today in this webinar to show you the detail on every module, but if you want to know more, just let us know and we can schedule maybe 30-40 minutes to run through the modules that you want to see in more details, and we'll be happy to jump on a call with you. Okay, so let me just show you Enterprise applications. Okay, so these are Enterprise mobile applications. In this case, I have the mobile applications installed in my laptop, but they are meant to be for a mobile phone. Okay, so we have the delivery application that allows the drivers to know what they have to deliver each day, and they can capture pictures and signatures as proof of delivery, and everything will be synchronized with Enterprise Web and also with SAP Business One. So all the pictures and signatures come as an attachment to the delivery in SAP. Then we have the purchasing application, which allows the user to create requests or purchase orders and follow the approval process. Then we have the pipeline application, and this is to manage your opportunities to have the different stages and to record and see the information in every opportunity you have. Then we have the service application, which is meant to be for the technicians and allow the technicians, if I click here, let me show you. If I click here, I can see that if I am a technician, I have 3 assigned in my full calendar. I have 1 assigned for today. And if I go and see the detail, I can see that this one is the one I have to do today. If I click here, I can see where I have to go. I can see if there's any attachment. I can see information on the custom fields. And if I edit my call, I can capture more information in custom fields. I can capture more signatures or more pictures and update the status of the call. Then when I click on update, everything is synchronized and all the information I capture on the field is now available for everyone in the organization. Okay, so it's the same principle with the others. I have mCollect, which allows the sales reps in the field to sell, capture payments, invoice the selling, and deliver the good. Okay, so they can deliver products from this application. Expenses is to report expenses. So as I mentioned before, here I can see what I have reported this month, what is outstanding, what's been approved. If I need to report a new expense, I just click here, I add a new receipt, I take the picture of the receipt, I capture the information, and I submit it for approval, okay? If I want to see what's outstanding, I can see that these 2 expenses haven't been approved or rejected. If I want to check the details, I click here, I can see the picture of the receipt, the information that was captured, and all the information related to it, to the expense. I can also approve. So here I will have the list of all the different employees that I have to approve their expenses. In this case, I am my own approver. So let me just show you the 2 expenses that I have to approve. I can see the details, so see the picture and the information recorded in this expense, and just select the receipts to approve or reject. Okay, so it's very easy. As you can see, all the interfaces, either in the web and the mobile application, are very user-friendly. So the idea is that if someone has never been in touch with an SAP license, they can start using Enterprise right away. And the training is just a few, maybe 1 or 2 sessions to show the platform, to answer questions, but it's very, very straightforward. I don't know if you have any questions, but we have a few minutes now to answer any questions that you might have. So let me just check here if there's any question. Okay, I'll give you a minute to write your questions. If there's no questions, that's fine. We can send you the information and all this recording after the session, and we can schedule a call or a demo to show you 1 or multiple modules in more detail. Okay, so let me just put in the screen the contact details. Okay, so if you need to contact us, you can do that. Well, depending on where you are, we have different teams around the world that can help you. This is my contact, the one for the Americas. But if you are in Europe, if you are in APJ or Asia, these are the contacts. So please let us know if you want to know more information about Enterprise. We will be very happy to help. Thank you and have a great day.